You're not the lady of the house. You're the girl who scrubs the floor she walks on, and the year is 1880. Open your eyes. It's not even light. The kitchen clock says 5, and you've been awake for an hour already. You're the first one moving in this great house, and you'll be the last to stop. No one above stairs has stirred. The fire in the range is your job to wake before anyone else does. Get to work. Your title is Scullery Maid, the lowest rung in a household with more rules than an army. You clean the pots the cook shouts at you about. You fetch the coal, you scrape the soot, you haul the water from the pump because the pipes are frozen more often than not. Your hands live in hot water and lie soap until they crack and bleed. Nobody mentions the blood. Hear the bells. Above stairs, every room has a bell, and when it rings, you run. A guest wants hot water. You carry it up 2 flights without a sound. The house runs on 1,000 small silences. You are trained to be invisible. If a lord walks past, you press yourself against the wall and look down. You do not exist to them. You are furniture that happens to breathe. Here's what they don't tell you. The Victorians loved a good servant drama, but the real thing was no costume ball. This was the biggest employer in the country. By 1900, more British women worked as domestic servants than in any other job. For many, it was steady work with a bed and meals, in a world where that was rare. But the cost was your whole self. You signed away your days, your name, your face. A maid discharged without a reference was ruined, blacklisted from every good house in town. And the hours, not 8, not 10, 16 easy. Up at 5, asleep past 10, 6 days a week, with Sunday a half day that you mostly spent washing your own rags. There was no law limiting a servant's day. The factory rules that protected mill workers never reached the kitchen. You aged in this job faster than the ladies you served ever would. The food? You ate what they left. The gentry's cold roast became your hot stew. Sometimes that was the best meal you'd get all week. Sometimes it was nothing but bread and the cook's temper. So here you are, in 1880, a girl of 14 with aching hands, keeping a grand house shining for people who will never learn your name. Not a princess, not a villain, just the invisible engine of an empire's drawing rooms, and the most employable woman in England, quietly paying for it with every waking hour. Next time, you might be a monk in a cold scriptorium, a sailor on a treasure ship, or someone else entirely. Smash subscribe, and tell me in the comments whose day you want next.